Hello there, YouTube world. Um, that sounded really bad. Anyways, that's my video because I decided to make a video because I have noticed a few days ago that I had reached 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which for me it's really big. And I was watching it for a while. It was to 2,900 something, and so I was, looking at it and be like, oh, it's coming. And then I stopped looking at it, and then one day I went on YouTube and checked my amount of subscribers. It was 3,000. So I thought I would make a little video um, to welcome the new people on my YouTube channel, and to also say thank you to all those people who have been following my music for so long on YouTube. I do remember really well when I started my YouTube channel, I had only about 10 subscribers. And at some point also, some people didn't even watch any of my videos. I posted them, I had maybe 3 views. And the first comment I had on my YouTube channel was like, oh wow, there's actually somebody who listened to my piece and is writing to me. And it was really exciting for me. So I know how it is to be starting on YouTube. It's not easy. But for those who are starting, I think if you really love um, whatever you're doing videos about, if you really love it and you keep sharing your music or your art or whatever it is, then I think that's the main thing that's more important than counting for views and subscribers. I think if you work on your art really well and try to make something you're really happy about and then just share it with the world, then people will thank you for that, to have created something that you really care about, not just to get views or get subscribers. I really feel lucky to have gained that amount, because when I started I had no idea about YouTube. I didn't even have an account for myself just to follow people. I didn't know musicians, composers. I didn't know anyone. So I started uploading music on YouTube, and it took a long time, but I was really happy about everything that I had. People commenting on my channel was really, for me, was awesome. So I was always replying and saying, oh, thanks for taking the time to listen to my music. And yeah, so since then it just kept growing, and I know it also happened because of you guys subscribing to my channel, sharing my music, and all the other channels on YouTube sharing my music and all that. So really, I couldn't have been where I am without you guys, and that's just makes sense, because the only exposure I had to the public with my music was on YouTube, and then on Bandcamp and all that. But I feel my biggest audience is on YouTube. By the way, my Facebook page is also close to 1,000 likes, which is really big, especially since Facebook is, I guess, even all the social media now, it's really hard to get people to discover your work if you're not promoting. And I never did any self-promotion or, that kind of things where you're like, oh, check out my YouTube channel, check out my Facebook page, or even pay to get my music promoted on Facebook, on YouTube. I never did anything like that. So all the likes that I have on my pages are the subscribers, and all the views I know is just by people liking what they see, what they hear. They enjoy my music, and that's why they're there. And for me, it's amazing to think about that. So yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to say thank you for that, for being here with me for this long YouTube journey. And what I felt like I wanted to say something else, but I don't remember. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I actually did another video before this one, but I had to cut the first part because I was really for me, doing vlogs are really hard for some reason. I know with my band I have concerts and everything on stage, but when it's about talking, and especially on the videos where you don't really talk to people, you're only in front of your camera in your room, for me it's always, it feels really weird. It doesn't feel comfortable. So That's why I'm really not good with video calls and things like that. So forgive me for this. And so I cut the first part, and then I'm gonna cut and have the second part where I talk about my concert, because I don't want to repeat that because it's not written down. So that's another thing for me when I do video logs. I don't write anything that I want to say or anything on my. I don't write anything down. I improvise a lot all the time. So but yeah, I just wanted to have a little video to just personally talk to you, even if I don't see you, you guys see me. And yeah, so thank you for being on my YouTube channel, and you are being part of the journey I have as a composer. And you have no idea like how sometimes I feel like, oh, what I do is useless and blah blah blah, like it's hard because all I do is music. Like my whole life is based around doing music. And sometimes I just go and write the comments, and people just saying, even if it's just one person saying, like, oh, that piece really made me feel good, or just I appreciate it, and I can see they really did appreciate it, or if they're supporting me and buying my album, for me it's like, wow, it means so much. And it's not just like, oh, whatever, I don't care about what people think of my music. Yes, it's true that you as a composer, I don't want to be influenced by, oh, why are they gonna like it, or are they not liking it? But when you create something, and it's just something you create without thinking about, it's something that you want to create. You create yourself. You're the inventor of a piece, and then you make that piece, and then you give it to the public, and public say, I love that piece. Then you're like, that's so amazing because I loved composing it so much. And then you listen to it and you love it. You appreciate listening to it. So I think that's one of the best feelings. And that's one thing that is important, is to keep creating the art in a way that you really appreciate it, and not change your way of creating to get more followers. That's really bad. I think it's really important to have music that is original and just share a piece of your imaginary world, a piece of your music with people. So yeah, I'm really glad that people accept my music for what it is, and it is what it is. It's what I create. It's not something that I'm not pretending to be creating something that is not really what I like or what I want to do. So yeah, even though I'm hard on myself pretty much with music, it's really heartwarming when people listen to your music and be like, I really love this. So thank you for accepting my music and for encouraging me to keep going in what I do, and making me feel like, it's worth to share the music with the public, and to bring it there and have people all over the world listen to my music. So yeah, so that closes the first section. Now we're gonna go to the second part of the video where I talk about the concert with my music. Bam! So for those who have been following my channel for a while, I want to talk a bit about the orchestra playing my piece in France. The reason why I didn't post anything is because I didn't really had any videos of the piece, my piece being performed, until they sent me a video of the actual, because they filmed the whole show. So they sent me a video of that. And so yeah, I posted that on YouTube, and I didn't really did any vlog or anything, because whenever I came back from France, I was also following a music academy. I went there with very world famous composers, and we just talked about music. And that was really nice because it showed me that the way I was thinking about music was the way that's how the composers are aware of, like, being original in your music is really important. So anyways, yeah, I went there, and then after that I came home, and I think I was really, really tired from all, and being in France for my piece, for the performance of my piece, was also very emotional for me, very much. So I think when I came home, I was just like, I need a rest, I need to let it sink in for, just, yeah. So that's why I didn't post anything right away or post a vlog or anything. but yeah, the concert was in Aix-les-Bains, and I arrived there by train, and it was such a beautiful small town with very peaceful, but not like there was everything that you need is there. And then there was mountains all around the city. It was really lovely, and I hope I'll be back sometimes just for vacation, because it's really nice, really nice and peaceful place. The people from the orchestra were so nice people, really welcoming, and then yeah, so whenever the show happened, I was there with one of my friends. And there was another one of my friends which came to my concert last minute. And also, there was my aunt there too. So like, there's a bunch of people that came last minute for my concert, which was really heartwarming for me. And then, so yeah, I was sitting there. I came early because I was staying at one of the guitarists, which is a really nice person too. And so we stayed at her place. So whenever they went for the concert, the musicians went a little bit early before it opened. So I went with her and I was waiting in the, sitting in the audience. And it was really empty, but the audience was really big. It's like the picture that you saw, it's really the actual size of it, even more bigger. So I still have a face white again. But anyways. So I went, I was there. And then the orchestra, the front doors opened, and then people started coming in from those two doors, and people started coming in. I was like, oh, look, it's open, people start coming in. And then they started to come in. And it wouldn't stop, They were like this two doors on the sides, and they were just coming in. They were like, oh, we need a seat, we need to find the best seats. And it was like really big. There was families and all kind of people, and we were just filling up. All the seats were taken. And at the end, I just looked around and there was no more room. Like all the place was all full and packed with people. So it was like, oh man, it's bigger than I thought. And it was funny because thinking that my composition would be performed, for me, it was like, when I'm on YouTube channel, I have 3,000 subscribers. This place had room for about 1,000 and a few hundred seats, I think. For people. So I was like, okay, so that means if people who are subscribed to my channel really listen to my pieces, then that makes a big audience. That's as big as that. So anyways, and then the show started. There was a few pieces and it sounded really great, and it was a great show overall. I was happy to be there, even if it wouldn't be for my piece. And then all of a sudden, I was waiting. I didn't know exactly when my piece was gonna play. I had the program, but I didn't really want to, to keep following. It was dark and things, so I was just like, I don't know when it's my piece, And so I was listening to the concert, and all of a sudden I started listening to the beginning of my piece. So then it goes, da na 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 na, and then there was the little kids at the back. The little choir, the little children, and they started saying la 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 la, and then it was so like so cute and so heartwarming, and just thinking like there was really a child and older people, but they were all mixed together on the stage, and there was the teachers and the students, so it was just so nice to see everybody coming together to play music. And then the young ones, they were just so focused on the sheet music, and they were just playing my piece. And it was just too much emotions for me, I think. It was just really amazing, and just thinking my friends were there, and people on YouTube really helped me to fund this trip so I could be there. And I was sitting there in the audience, and I was listening to my piece being performed by all those musicians, those little kids singing and everything. So it really put me in tears. Just because of so much emotions at the same time. It's not because just already the music was really so beautiful, but also thinking it's all the thoughts about remembering when I had created the piece a long time ago, and how it was just, it was, I don't know, 2 a.m. or something, 2 in the morning, and I created this piece. and then thinking that it went all over from Canada to France to be performed by all those people that, you know, thinking that they were at home and just practicing my piece for months before the orchestra, and then thinking about how all the people on YouTube helped me to fund this trip so I could go there and be there for that moment, which could have happened without me. And then, you know, having my friends there with me, and it was just like the perfect moment. So yeah, I cried, but it's not just, you know, small tears. I was just like, oh, it's so beautiful. And then after that, at the end of the concert, they had a surprise for me. They actually called me on the stage to make a speech, which I was kind of prepared for it, but I'm the type of person who doesn't like to prepare a speech, even if I knew, like, I'm sure they're gonna call you on stage. I was like, no, they're not gonna do that. But I didn't prepare. I didn't write down anything. For me, I don't like to do that, and you can see by my vlogs, like, I talk about random topics like this, and it doesn't follow, or it's just like blah 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 for half an hour. But anyway, so he called me on stage. I was like, oh, take a breath and be like, okay, let's do this. And so I went to the stage, and there was spotlights following me down the stairs as I was making my way. You know, people clapping their hands and everything. And so I went there, and I was like, it was a bit stressful because there were so many people, and it was such an important moment for me. I was like, I want to say so much. But I find when you're really emotional and you want to say a lot and thank people for everything, you feel like even if you're talking for 5 minutes, you feel like it's you don't know how time you've been talking. So I was like, I don't want to talk too much, knowing that when I start talking about music, I can talk for hours. So anyways, I went there on the stage, and I thanked the musicians for having performed my piece. It was such a beautiful moment, and I was really happy to be there, and I don't know what I said, but I hope I didn't say anything bad, and I hope there's no, I think there's videos of that. I think people in the audience were taking videos of that, so if you are one of those people, please send it to me. I want to see what I have said, and I hope I wasn't looking too weird. But yeah, I thanked everyone and just told them like how much I was happy to be there and how much that was important. And I just wished I would have told the people that if you really want something, like if you have, like they say, have a dream, you know, you want to be somewhere, to live something, then I think it's not impossible to do. Sometimes the only difference between having a dream come true and having it not come true is your own decision and you believing if you think it can happen or not. If you decide, like for my crowdfunding, I didn't want to do it at first because I was like, I don't want to take people's money for that. You know, it's greedy. Not that it's greedy, but I mean, it's for my own. It's for me. I want to be there so much, but then I should be finding a way myself to do it. But I didn't have a job at that time, and I was really tight. I didn't have any money for traveling, and going to France is so expensive by plane. And then there was some friends and family that said, well, try to do a crowdfunding. You know, you never know. They might be happy to help. It's only, you know, they can donate just a little bit, but if there's many people helping you, then you might be able to do it. And so I'm really happy that I did that, and I'm really happy that you guys helped me and donated or just encouraged me, because this made me feel more comfortable about doing that. You know, if you do crowdfunding and people just give, you know, a little bit, and you're like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that, you know, people, they think it's awkward. But you guys really helped me, and that was a really amazing moment, and I just want to tell you that your contribution to making me go was really worth it for me, and I hope that it's going to be worth it for other people, that they can see that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. My face is white. That you can achieve what you want to achieve. And because my goal at first was to prove that to people, that whatever you want to do, you can do it even if you start from absolutely nothing. You just need to love what you do, and if you love what you do, then you're going to be able to get to grow in that direction, I think. But sometimes I really realize, for me, like, if some moments have been so hard that sometimes I was like, I wish I wouldn't love to do music that much, so then I could, have a job and have a regular life or whatever. But that's when you're really passionate about something, then you won't let anything stop you. And even if you find times are hard, or I don't even have I can't make that piece sounding like I want to, but then you just keep going, because it's like that, you just love it so much. So that's just a thought for those who are passionate about whatever they're passionate about, and don't just keep going as much as you can if you love it, and see where it goes. And I think some good things are going to happen. I mean, I'm still not making a living with music, and I'm still far from where I would like to be. Where I would like to be is just be able to do music full time. That's it. But I don't mind if it takes years and years, and the moment I'm sitting in my studio composing or doing piano or guitar or vocals or collaborating or anything like that, the moment I can do that, then I'm happy. So it's not that hard. But so that's it, I guess, for the YouTube talking. And I don't think I have anything else to say besides that. I'm working on releasing a piano album, and I have been talking for years about the Celtic album, which now I'm starting to believe it will never happen, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to release the Celtic album because I wanted to get the old audio files and do a remix and re-record some parts, but the files are on the old computer, so I might not be able to do it. So I will instead maybe just release the album just with the tracks as they are, and then later make a remix of the album maybe in a few years. So that's it for my long video where I just talk, and it's so boring because I don't stop. But like I said, it's hard for me to do vlogs. And so I hope you enjoyed it, and that's it. And I'll be back here in the studio. I have 2 more pieces to finish. One melancholic sad piece, and one trailer music that I did to a game trailer. I used to do that years ago, but I stopped recently. But then I have this one. It's just something is missing in the track, but I don't know what. So I'm trying to figure out what I can add to the track to make it feel better, make it sound better. So that's it, and I hope you guys are having a nice summer. And I will see you maybe at my 5,000 subscribers time. I don't know. But yeah, take care everyone, and thanks for being here on YouTube. And if you have any questions to ask me about how I started making music, or stuff, just write it in the comments, and I'll be happy to reply to you. And so I'm going to leave now, and have a nice summer and have a nice day and everything. Okay, bye.